Greetings YouTube, Cross Train here, coming to you again for episode 5 of my Banished series on the Village of Limes. So I come back to you today in having advanced the village here for several years, and I'm going to go ahead and get the play rolling here just at 1x speed. Then kind of talk to you what's happened since episode 4, where we finished in early spring of season 35. We had a population of 62 folks back in those days. So let me tell you and show you where we are right now. We are currently in spring of the year 43. So we have advanced 8 years from when we last were together in episode 4 here in episode 5. And you can see that we now have 99 citizens. So I suspect during the course of this, you will see us reach 100 plus citizens in Limes. So that is quite a remarkable bounce back from the early days when we saw that tornado that came through in year 9 or whatever it was, and wiped out a good portion of our village. So we have been blessed and fortunate since then that we haven't had a whole lot of disasters. We've had a couple of fires, but nothing really major. So let me show you around Limes, tell you what's happening right now, see what's happened since the last time we got together. You can see that this end of the Limes looks pretty much the same. We have, I think you saw last time, we had built the church by the last building. One thing that is new now, just a short time ago, I began to upgrade some of my wooden houses for stone houses. Stone houses heat more efficiently, so it doesn't use as much firewood. Obviously, it's more resistant to fire, should a fire break out. So sometime in the near future, when my stone production gets to be pretty good, I will start converting houses. I've got 451 units of stone right now. I will begin converting my houses to stone. So I'm not quite there yet, but I did go ahead and get a couple done. This kind of gives me a fire break, if you will, between these houses and my marketplace. So again, let's zip along through here. We right now have 3 laborers, 2 builders in Limes. You can see I've got suspension of blacksmithing and tailoring right now, and so we don't have any of that production going on because we've got plenty. Again, if you look at our inventory here, you'll see that we've still got 109 tools, so I'll have to turn those on sometime soon, and then hide coats of 181. So we'll probably have to put a blacksmith to work here sometime, maybe even before the end of this video. You can see since the last time we got together, my town is 100% happy, 5 stars, and my health has been regained from 3.5, I believe it was, to 4.5 now. So we are on our way to health and happiness in town. One thing that I have done is I have created a tavern that will be built here by my laborers and my builders at some point in time. So we've got a tavern where we can begin to brew some beer based on some of the things that we have, berries and so on, like so forth. So we will do that as soon as that tavern gets built. Let me show you what's going on over here. Again, this little pod is working nicely. You can see that I have turned my trading post off for the time being, and I'll tell you the reason why I have is because I want to slow my growth down just a little bit. Let me show you, if I zip across this bridge here, what we got going on over here. Ooh, check it out. I got some cows, so I was able to trade for a couple of cows, and they've already produced. I've got 3 cows in here out of 6, so you can see they've already produced. This little guy here, my 2 cows that I bought, and fortunately they sell them to you in pairs, and there's always a male and a female, so that's nice. So I got 3 cows. I'll begin to produce beef pretty soon. I have also got, oh, look at that, 4 sheep. So two of my sheep originally. I bought two originally. They've produced another, and now there's a little baby sheep there that's working, so that's cool. Additionally, I was able to pick up some squash seeds. So I've got a couple of farmers that are out in this field planting squash and tending the squash, and that just supplements our food. Just I think the last trip with the trading post, I was able to buy some peach seeds. So I now have two farmers who are in the process of planting peach trees. I think it takes a couple of seasons for them to come to fruition. So what I've also done is created a secondary crop field. So I always try to keep one extra crop field in case there's some kind of a infestation of bugs or something here. They will in fact move. I can move the crops over to another field. Same thing with these the pastures. I have one extra. This is a very small one, so I am in the process actually of building two large pastures over here. That will be my overflow. That way, if I get some kind of a problem with the pastures being infested with bugs, I can split the herd or do something to fix it. I am going to increase the priorities of this portion over here so that my laborers will come over here. I'm going to kick this up to ×2 anyways, so you can see what's going on here. I've got a couple more houses, one built out here which is already occupied. I've got looks like 1, 2, 3 more houses to be built over here, again to serve this portion of limes. And then let's go over here. You can see that I have built a second school. I've got 20 students right now. I've got 5 here. Maximum in the school is 20. Once I was approaching 20, I went ahead and built a second school so that everybody stays educated. They're better workers when they stay educated. You can see that I missed a little bit here, which is bad. I need to get that up. But again, you can see that I've got a second school here, so I've got a school here. I do have a school over here where there's 15 students, and so once they graduate from there, they of course become laborers. So you can see I've got this little pot of houses right here. Primarily it serves this area. Again, I've got my typical pods: gatherer's hut, hunting cabin, forester's lodge, and a storage barn right here, as well as again a stockpile for their wood that is typically then gathered, brought over here to this wood cutter, and who cuts into firewood. So I'm at 100 residents right now. You can see that I just got to 100. I did have a couple laborers. I'm going to take one laborer off there and put him onto onto a builder. I'm not sure. I should have my laborers over here clearing these fields right now, but I don't see any laborers. So nothing going on here. This is kind of interesting. So I'm not sure where my laborers are right now, but they should be. Oh, there you go. They are over here. They're beginning to clear this out. They were building roads. You can see my roads. I have a road that leads up to this mine that will eventually be dug right here. So I did have them get the road ready. I am going to use most of this area in here, right even back into here, as farms and agriculture, farms and orchards and pastures. So I will have most of that. I may build one more pod over here for production, and then perhaps use this valley for some more housing to serve all this local work over here. So That's really as deep as I've gotten on exploring that. I do want to see, yeah, these guys are in the process. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and take my laborers up a crack here. I'll turn the speed up so maybe we get something something happening before we go. And let's see where these guys are doing. You can see these, what are we in, summertime right now? You can see that the squash is coming along nicely. At about early fall or something like that, early August, they will begin to gather this and then start putting it in the storage barns, or in this case they usually put the squash over here. Let's see if we got any squash in here. Yeah, there you go, 465 units of squash that are in there. You can see I'm at 104 residents. We're just moving it right along. It is it's coming along, so this is nice. Let me show you a couple of the nice things about this town hall. Again, I'm going to come back here. They are starting to put some of that in there, but so from a production standpoint, one of the reasons why this is nice, we're going to look at last year. Okay, right here, you can see that last year logs, we produced more logs than we used, produced more stone than we used. We about even on the iron. We produced more fuel than we used. Not so on the tools because I didn't have my my blacksmith even working last year. From a food perspective, I produced a little bit less than I used. Herbs, I produced a lot more than I used. And clothes, again, same thing. I didn't have a tailor turned on, so I didn't do that with the tailors. For this year, you can see that logs, again, I'm still out producing my use, stone, iron, fuel, and food is pretty close. So I need to keep an eye on that, just to make sure that my usage of food doesn't begin to outpace my production of food by a lot. But I'm in good shape for all of these. That's a nice thing about this. Is you can see where you're at in the current year as well as the past year. If I want, I can do it. Look at a 2-year comparison, all of that kind of stuff. So again, I'm going to just keep an eye on that. My inventory looks pretty solid again right now. I have got, if you look at food right now, I've got 5,800 units of food. So I'm in pretty decent shape with that. Fuel, I'm in really good shape. Logs, I'm in really good shape. I'm pretty much in good shape across the board, and my production is keeping up with my population growth, even though, as we sit here, I'm at 105 population. So we've grown a good bit even since we've been sitting here talking during this. So let's go over and check out. Looks like they are, in fact, they've cleared all the logs. Now they just I need to put some builders over here. And again, I'm going to increase, there we go, put that out there so that my builders and my laborers get over here and start building. Building the pasture as well as preparing the other one for building. So again, you will see that they were doing that. We're getting into autumn here. Look, we can see what's going on here. My farmers are here. They are harvesting the crop. You can see they harvest them, and then they will go. Oh, nice. They get 100% of that harvest. That is beautiful. That's beautiful. So long before winter sets in, they got that. They'll go put the squash in here. I've now got 1,135. So see that field, that small field produced 700 units of squash for the year. So it's a fantastic source of food. These guys here, on the other hand, it takes a couple of seasons before these peaches will come up. And then they will, in fact, add to our food total as well. This is nice. So I just need some builders over here. So let me put put 6 builders out here and 5 laborers. I'm not going to use these fields right now. These are just going to be my overflow fields, so that when I get some infestations in these fields. Oh, look, I got another cow, so my 4th one just came in, so that's good. Now, what I also may do is just take these guys and move them to another field that will hold a few more cows than this. So we'll see how that goes. I think, yeah, I didn't pay any attention to the boat because I shut this down. I don't want to do any more trading until I stabilize everything that I've got. We want to take a look here. I've got 107 people. My tools, okay, it's time to probably, how about close? 157. I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and get a blacksmith on. So we'll go there, go to my blacksmith here, add a blacksmith here. There we go. Very good. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and add a tailor too, because I've got the population to do it. And we're just going to go ahead and get him set up. So I now have, I'll take 4 laborers, 4 builders. Poor old Michael just died of old age, but there you have it, folks. We are on our way to some level of prosperity. These guys are building this. You can see that I've got some crops, I've got some orchards, I've got some pastures where I'm beginning to produce meat. I will be getting chickens and probably some other besides sheep and cattle. You can see that. Let's see if I got any beef yet. No beef yet from these cattle. But you can see that I do have some wool, so my sheep are producing some wool, which will allow us to build better coats. Chickens will produce eggs, as well as, obviously, chicken for food. So you begin seeing some nice work here as you move this thing along. So Limes has come along very good. We've recovered nicely from the early disaster. We've recovered nicely from the fire. Oh, look, even my tavern is beginning to be built. So that's really nice that these guys are building my tavern. So I will begin brewing some beer up with probably, looks like the berries. I've got some berries here that I can use for beer production. Beer just keeps your population happy. Right now I'm in decent shape as far as happiness goes, but never hurts to have a tavern to go unwind after a long day on the farm. So that, I think, is good for now. You can see that things are going along pretty well, and we are pretty happy with our current community and what's happening here in Limes. So I am going to slow her down to 1 by and just let you know that we will be back again here sometime soon. Hopefully we continue to grow. Hopefully I can avoid further disasters in the next several years until I get this thing spread out anyways. And Limes can really grow up into a nice sized city. So until then, this is Crosstrain from Banished, and I will see you in the wilderness. Peace.